There were a lot of men in Futurama who wanted Leela in bed. The question is, who actually got what they came for? Let's start with Zap Brannigan, because Zap always goes first whether you want him to or not.
Zap Brannigan. Has my fame preceded me, or was I too quick for it?
Oh, not at all.
He arrests her ship, locks her crew in a cell, and invites her to his quarters for champagne and a look at his velour bedspread.
Welcome to my humble chamber, or as I call it, the Love-nasium.
Leela turns him down.
You'd rather sit in prison than spend one evening with a zapper?
Much rather.
Then he starts crying about how lonely it is at the top, how authority is hollow, how he had hoped she, a fellow captain, would understand.
Oh God, I'm pathetic. Sorry, just go.
For a split second, her common sense is overwhelmed by pity.
Oh, come on. Cheer up. It's not that bad.
She wakes up the next morning in his bed, screaming.
Zap, last night was a mistake.
A sexy mistake.
No, just a regular mistake.
He spends the rest of the series convinced she'll come back. When he loses his rank and shows up at Planet Express offering to work for food, or alternatively to service her sexually,
You don't know how to do any of those things.
Kif might.
he watches her pilot the ship from the cargo bay doorway like a man who's never gotten over it. When she enlists undercover, shaved head, fake beard, calling herself Lee Lemon,
Lemon, you're a man's man. You're a man's man.
he's immediately fascinated by his own recruit.
Private Lee Lemon may well be the finest recruit I've seen in all my years of service.
The moment the disguise comes off,
So it's you I've been attracted to. Oh God, I've never been so happy to be beaten up by a woman.
years later when Zap starts dating her mother,
I insist you stay for a courtesy thank you drink.
Leela shows up at his ship and makes herself completely available to prove he's just using Munda to get to her.
Mommy's not home, big boy. We both know you're just using her to get to me. So let's do it. Right here by the front door
He turns her down.
But I can't. I love Munda. I love everything about her. Her laugh, her maturity.
That's the moment that clarifies everything. Zap wasn't chasing Leela because she was easy. He was obsessed with her because she was the one person who made him feel like he had to earn something.
Leela, here's $40.
Mom, don't do this.
Alcazar is more calculated. He finds her in a chat room where she's posted an open, honest message.
Who are you?
I saw you in the chat room, but you left before I had a chance to talk to you.
She's a Cyclops, she's a captain, she's the only one of her kind, and she wants to meet someone.
Do you think, perhaps, you and I...
He claims to be the last surviving member of her species. She drops everything. The planet is ruined. The history he tells her is designed to make her feel responsible for their entire race's survival.
It's just... No, Leela. I don't want to see tears in your perfect eye.
Please, is it about the fate of our people?
She stays even after it becomes obvious he treats her badly.
Wake up, my king.
When Fry points this out through a dungeon door, she admits she already knows.
He's crude and gross, and he treats me like a slave.
Then dump his one-eyed ass.
I can't. If I leave Alcazar, that's the end of the Cyclops race.
Alcazar turns out to be a shapeshifter running the same con on 5 women simultaneously.
Yeah. This is a bit awkward.
Who's a she? Who's she?
Who are they?
For Leela, the bait was belonging, the possibility of not being the last of her kind. The fact that she stayed as long as she did says less about her judgment than about how long she'd been waiting for exactly that.
Why did you have all 5 weddings on the same day?
Hey, lady, you got any idea what it costs to rent a tux that changes shape?
Adlai Atkins grew up in the same orphanarium as Leela and spent his childhood chanting one eye with the rest of the kids.
So what do you do these days?
Oh, I'm a doctor.
A tall doctor, you say?
He waits until the surgery is done, then asks her out.
Will you go out with me this Sunday?
Sure.
Takes her to the Arboretum.
Leila, you're 999,999 in a million.
He's proud of the version of her he helped create. When Leela wants to adopt an orphan girl with an ear on her face, he suggests an operation.
She doesn't need an operation. She's fine the way she is.
Oh, and I suppose you were fine the way you were.
Damn right I was.
She slams him against the bars and tells him to put her eye back the way it was. Adlai wanted Leela in his bed, but he wanted a version of her that didn't actually exist. Then there's Kif. Kif didn't want Leela in bed. His body just made that decision without consulting him. During a hull breach on the Nimbus, Kif grabs Leela's hand to stop himself from being sucked into space. He survives.
Oh, and Kif is pregnant.
What he doesn't know is that the panic and intensity of the moment put him in a receptive state, the biological condition his species needs to reproduce. His skin becomes semi-permeable, her DNA passes through.
Leela must have impregnated me when she grabbed my ungloved hand. That explains the poster in hygiene class.
20 years later, his children crawl out of the swamp and walk straight past Amy toward Leela.
Cowabunga, dude.
Kif's body responded to Leela's presence in the most literal way his species allows. And the kids, who have never met her, recognize something in her immediately.
We love you, Leela. Oh.
Lars meets Leela at the head museum.
It's a nice-looking eye, and there's plenty of it.
Oh.
He's easy and confident in a way that makes everything seem simple. She calls him the only man she'll ever love.
Hello, everyone who isn't Leela. And a special hello to everyone else.
They get engaged. When he has to call off the wedding, knowing he's doomed to disappear as a time paradox duplicate,
The wedding is off!
he leaves a recorded message explaining everything.
As a time paradox duplicate, I, too, was doomed. I couldn't put Leela through that.
She says she understands. Then she turns and kisses Fry on the cheek, because Lars is Fry.
I'm Lars!
The version who traveled back to the year 2000, lived through years in the past, had part of his hair burned away, and emerged as someone calmer and more certain. He got a job at the head museum and waited 1,000 years for the day she would walk in.
Oh, Lars, not blowing us up makes me love you even more.
All the confidence that made Leela fall for Lars was Fry's own, aged into something she could finally respond to. Fry's first reaction to Leela is to scream. He calls her the Cyclops. He spends most of the first episode hiding from her.
Oh no, it's the Cyclops.
Then she catches him in the ruins of Rockefeller Center and tells him she gets it.
I know it's not much consolation, but I understand how you feel.
Abandoned as a baby, doesn't know what galaxy her parents were from, knows exactly what it means to have nowhere to go.
You Chip. What are you doing?
Quitting.
In Parasites Lost, he finally says it out loud across a cap table.
Leela, I love you.
When the parasites that made him eloquent are gone, she pulls back.
I don't know.
Please, give me a chance to be romantic on my own.
In Time Keeps on Slippin', he rearranges the stars around a nebula to write her a message.
That's how I must have done it. I moved the stars themselves to write her a love note in the sky.
The Doomsday device fires before she reads it. When she asks what he was shouting about, he looks at the empty space and says nothing. In The Sting, he steps in front of a space bee and sits at her hospital bed for 2 weeks while she's in a coma.
There's just one thing I want you to do.
What?
I want you to wake up.
Talking constantly.
I thought maybe if you heard a familiar voice, it might help keep your mind together.
She hugs him when she wakes up and says it got through. He trades his hands to the robot devil to write her an opera.
Your music's bad and you should feel bad.
The audience leaves one by one. He keeps playing. She stays in her seat. When Fry is accidentally sent far into the future, Leela eventually understands what happened. She goes to the restaurant where they were supposed to have dinner and spends the rest of her life carving a message into the ceiling with a laser, letting dripping water form the words over millennia.
Dear Fry, our time together was short, but it was the best time of my life.
Meanwhile, they grow old together in a world where time has stopped.
Whatever we want is ours for the taking.
When the professor offers to reset everything, Fry turns to her.
Want to go around again?
I do.
Zap wanted to conquer her. Alcazar wanted to own her. Adlai wanted to fix her. Kif's DNA just knew what it wanted. Lars loved her completely, but from a distance, across 1,000 years. Fry is the only one who kept showing up for whoever she already was. And in the end, she's the only one who let him. If you want to see the other side of this, every woman Fry fell for before he could finally reach her, that's what Every Girl Fry Ever Loved covers. It makes this one read differently.